So welcome everyone to the Warriors Alive. As you can see, it's not just the handsome Scottish Warrior 92. We have the okay gamermd83 and the average Englishman alexTheHunted below us. Two bigger ones on top, little ones in the bottom. Always the best.
Who's the little one on the bottom?
Alex is on the bottom.
Hey, I'm a nice guy. Don't turn that against you.
I am a nice guy. I can just be a dick when I want to be.
Yes, you are. I'm gonna go to Twitter. I'm gonna tweet this.
Okay, so if anyone happens to be in the chat, we just this is just a little something we done last year in audio format on my channel, in which we basically just talked about what 2011 it was, not 2012, but not the future, was like. So that's basically what we're gonna do. Just talk about what we thought about 2012 and the gaming shit and wherever the hell we go. As it says, I have no script, and this is just going to go from A to Amma.
Yeah.
The fuck's Amma?
There you go. I don't know.
Last time we tried to do a podcast, we set a topic. It never got there.
Nope, never got there.
It's like, maybe we should talk about the topic, but we never ended up talking about the topic.
No. But so we'll get started, and since I am the host, I will not go first because that was very impolite of you. The host never goes first. So we'll start with the guy who's at the bottom of the thing. We'll start with Alex.
There you go.
We'll talk about some games, of course, first. So, Alex, is there any big games you want to bring up first, or is there any obscure games or things like that? Go ahead.
Actually, I want to start off with a little obscure game. Now, it came out quite late in the US, but then over in the UK, it had copyright issues, so I had to change the name, and then it was released, and it was called Iron Brigade in England, and I think it was called Trenches in the US. And what it basically was is
I heard about that.
You have like your own mech thing, which has guns and stuff and other blowy up stuff, and it's basically a tower defense game. But the tower's on the main thing. You're controlling this massive thing of death, destroying, saving the world, and lots of stuff like that. But what stands it out is it's an arcade game. It's an arcade game, and it wasn't released on It wasn't, well, of course it was released on consoles, but it wasn't released on disc, but the amount of stuff that you can do on it and the freedom you get, and it's just a very nice game to play, and you'll have a lot of fun playing with it.
So I didn't hear the title because my earphones went a little bit. What's the name of the game again?
In the UK, it's called Iron Brigade. In the US, it's called Trenches.
I've never played it. I'm not a big tower defense guy because, like, I'm like this guy. Like, tower defense, here's how it's going to go. I'm going to get the biggest amount of troops. I'm going to send them all kamikaze style. That's my plan. It works.
So this one's different though. It's like you are the main guy. You're not just like pointing people saying when to go. You're actually on the battlefield fighting. And then every now and again you say, okay, just play a turret here. But you're basically the main army. So you're basically the main force. And you can do online play with 4 other people, and I have done that. It is insanity, but also you can give other people jobs. So, like, one turret, one trench could be, like, the big heavy guns, like the artillery fire. One guy could be the person who does, like, builds all the turrets. And he's like,
cool.
guy.
That's a nice wee spin on the genre. I'm still not going to play it because my idea would just be like, okay, get the biggest guns and just shoot. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not good with those games either. I like the idea that it was mechs and all that, though.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Mechs sounds interesting. I do like that. There's a lot of...
and also, the bad guy, the main bad guy, is Russian, so you know it's good.
That sounds like a bad James Bond film. And I've seen a lot of that.
That's what I was thinking too.
He actually talks like a James Bond villain. He talks like he's in standard Russian.
Does he have a cat?
No.
Does he have a mustache?
Yeah, oh God, does he have a mustache?
Well, there you go. Stereotypical villain. Why not?
A mustache, but also his mustache is also his beard. So he has a mustache mustache.
Oh, nice. That's a villain right there.
That sounds like a very interesting villain. And me and Dave just said, we're not big tower defense because I fail at them horribly.
Dude, I think
it's my Scottish mentality to like just go in and kill everything in the site and don't ask anything. But the English should know that pretty well.
Actually, that's the thing. This game actually tells you before each mission what you'll need to beat the level. Like I said, you're going to need a sniper, or you're going to need an explosive. But the last mission of the game, it just says what stuff you'll need. Luck.
I must admit, that's actually kind
well, I'm screwed.
I'm fucked. I'm the most unluckiest person ever, but it does sound like an interesting game. Is there any other games that you played? Like, if you want to bring up a big one, go ahead, we'll talk about that, but
I know there's one we are going to bring up later. I know that, but we want to save it, don't we? We want to save it.
I know which one that one.
Okay, we've got a few games. We've got a few big games. I can guarantee there's one game that people want me to talk about, but to those people, I just want to say bye. But we'll go to MD now. So MD, any obscure games or big games you want to talk about that you've played this year that really stood out to you?
Obscure games, I don't think so. I didn't play that many new releases for 2012, actually.
Yeah.
But the one that I was looking at, a list of games that were released 2012, just so I could remember. And I was like, that was 2012? The Witcher 2.
Yeah, here's what happened with The Witcher 2. The Witcher 2 came out originally on PC in 2011, run about the same time as Dragon Age 2. It was ported to the Xbox the following year. So,
yeah, that's when I played it. Like, I don't know if that one counts as a release, but that's when I played it.
I think we can classify that as counting because that's probably one of the best. In fact, I've got my copy right here. I've got my reviewer's copy. Squares. But yeah, this is one of the best ports I've ever played. I'll happily say that.
Yeah. So that one, I guess, I don't know if that one could count as an obscure just because it's not like the original release, but
it was pirated a lot. That's kind of obscure.
Pirated 4 million. pirated 4 million times. And what did the publishers and what did the developers say about it? Don't care. We're fine with it. People pirated it. We don't. They played it. But here's an interesting thing. At a press conference, someone stood up and asked them a question. Says, "I originally pirated your game." Guess what happened? Everyone just turned and looked at him and just went, "You fucking asshole."
But you know, he's basically going, I have just broken the law, and now I'm going to tell the whole world about it.
Yeah, okay, we're pirated, but if you want to talk about The Witcher 2, MD, that's fine, because that doesn't really, as it's obscure or big game, but I think all of it, well, Alex not so much, just mainly us two, have talked about that for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
can I say I haven't actually played it yet? And
go play it.
Okay, let's boot Alex. Scottish, you know how to boot Alex?
Yeah, I know, but I'll just pick him right now.
I'm going to try and make myself look as small as possible, but I haven't actually played the game.
So here's my advice to you. If you get a chance, play it, because in my opinion, if gone with its original release date in 2011, around about the same time as Dragon Age 2, The Witcher 2 blows Dragon Age 2 out the fucking water.
Yeah, definitely. It's such a good game. So that was definitely one of the highlights of this year for video games.
Speaking of that, actually, I have started playing Dragon Age. Good. Finally started playing it.
You didn't play it?
You asshole.
I finally started playing it.
Oh my god.
No, that's no respect for you gone.
Get rid of the guy down there.
Okay, muting him now. Yeah, fair enough, but trust me, like, if you'll enjoy it, trust me. Advanced tip though, don't go in nightmare difficulty after playing it for 4.5 hours, because trust me, it doesn't work out. But speaking of hard difficulties, I actually tried The Witcher 2 on dark difficulty. Holy shit.
I want to try that. I have to definitely.
Here's my advice for you. Don't.
Oh my god.
Because the way
you had trouble with the original, didn't you? Like normal difficulty. I remember you saying it was hard.
It was hard for normal difficulty, but compared to what it was like on PC, because I watched a playthrough of it originally when it came out, the PC version was 10 times harder than the Xbox version. Like,
oh really?
It didn't. The PC version didn't even have a full tutorial level.
I was going to say, is it because of like the controls on like a PC you don't have because I feel it much better confident with a controller in my hand than pressing a key.
Well, I've just started getting into PC games more into now, and there's one PC game I've got on here that I'm not going to say what it is because I'm saving it for a stream, but I'll have to admit, actually I'm liking a keyboard more than a joypad for some reason, like control. I don't know why, it just feels a wee bit easier for me now. I think it's because of big hands.
Well, they're saying because maybe some PC games are just made. Some PC games are made for a PC first, so when they're ported over to a console.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, one of my favourite features is that I tried the dark difficulty edition of The Witcher 2. Here's what happens: if you die once, it deletes your game.
Okay, then.
I'm not kidding you. That I tried it. Was like I know it's called. I'm pretty sure I can survive at least half the game without dying.
Man. I'm just imagining
at the first mission, and I was like,
I'm just imagining the final. You know that moment where you're fighting the final boss, and it's just got that little bit of health left, but it always pulls that one move that kills you.
Yeah. That's what
That
happens.
happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I had that happen to me so many times. It's unbelievable.
If you're doing it on that difficulty, like, yes, I'm nearly going to finish the game. It's like,
and it just
Throw
goes,
the game out the
game
window.
erased.
Oh my god.
So if you did decide to play Dark Edition, prepare to get frustrated beyond belief. Trust me.
But that's only for the PC, right?
No, it's on Xbox as well.
Are you freaking kidding me?
The
forget.
Xbox has Dark Edition.
That's not happening.
Yeah. If you do try it, you're screwed. Trust me.
No, I'm not gonna try it anymore.
Is there any other games you want to bring up, or can I just talk about mine?
come on, Scottish.
I've got it here, but one game that I'm enjoying that a lot right now, which is didn't do too well this year, is Binary Domain. Like,
oh, yes, that's the remake, isn't it?
no, it's not
That
a
one
remake.
sounds
It's an original IP.
Oh, right, I was thinking of something
Why
else.
does that sound so familiar? Which one is that one?
It's here's the premise. It's basically set in a world where robots are used as labor, and here's the story.
So
in
it's
America,
the Aryan race.
that too. In America, a man has basically gone absolutely nuts. So it starts off with this, gone crazy, and he starts shooting up a place. And then halfway through the shoot up, he rips off his face to reveal a robot underneath. And this, in this world, is very no-no. They're called Hollow Children, and they are robots that believe they are human beings. This is illegal in this world beyond belief, to the point in which it is basically near enough a death sentence for anyone who does it.
Oh, cool.
And
I'm just looking at pictures. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
This was released this year?
Yeah, I think it was released this year, memory serves
Oh,
me.
God, I think I remember it now. It has one of the worst cover arts I've ever seen, but it looks like a really good game.
Yeah, and like here's I'll get to a wee bit of the story. You play a member of the Rust crew called Dan, who's known as the Survivor, and you're sent into Japan, which has become completely isolated from the outside world because of the mentality. And you're going after a guy called Amada, who has made the Hollow Children apparently. And I'll say this right now. It's very Gears of War how it plays. I'm going to say that right
It
now.
looks like it. That's
It's
what I'm
very
looking
Gears
at.
of War.
Thing is, though, from what you've described of the story and the main character, I think I'm going to guess there might be a twist involved in this.
You would actually, I'll say this right now. The twist that I've only gone about halfway through the game, but the twist that I've seen an entire playthrough of the game, that's what made me get it. But I'll say this right now. There are some really good twists in this game. Like
Twist.
Fuck Shyamalan. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. All the characters are fucking stereotypes. I'm not kidding you. Like there's literally a guy called Big Bo who's a big black man.
Oh,
As you do.
And there's a Chinese female operative who Big Bo always goes, man, she's got a fine ass. There's a tomboy English girl who's a demolition expert, and a very stereotypical former MI6 agent.
Oh my god.
And the stereotypes beyond belief, but the story is actually really good. Like,
my stereotype MO6, are you suddenly expecting like he walks up to a bar and he goes, vodka martini, shaken, not stirred?
he's sort of like a cheaper version of James Bond. He's Jimmy Bond.
Ah.
But I'll say it right now, the gameplay is nothing spectacular. It's Gears of War-esque, cover system, shoot. They do have an element where you can use voice commands to basically issue commands. It's fucking horrible, don't do it.
Wait, is this for the... Which
It's
platforms is this for?
PS3, Xbox 360 and PC. It uses just mics, not the Kinect. But there's also...
So should...
whatever platform go with, but the voice commands are horrible. Trust me. I tried that out and I threw my mic against the wall.
So was there a game that came out a while ago where it was like a strategy? It was a real-time strategy game, but you had to do the commands through voice.
There was a game like that. I can't remember the name of it, but they've not implemented it properly. It's
an idea, but it's not going to go anywhere.
But there is one nice wee element. If you do certain things in the game, your comrades will trust you more, and this is kind of like a relationship kind of thing. The same.
Here we go.
And it's shit, trust me. You might as well I sat there for an hour shooting one of my guys to get him fully down to trust, and he still was like, yes, I'll follow your command, sir. But,
Here you, I'm going to give you the weakest gun in the game. Now go into this room full of the hardest enemies in the game. Now, do you trust him now?
I forgot to mention one of the other characters in the game, a French robot.
Oh my god.
Does he surrender?
No, actually, he's a badass.
Then he's not a stereotype.
Yeah, but I will say right now, it's the story that, in my opinion, is actually really good. It's not as good as like a lot of other games, but I had the same feeling as it was when I picked up Gears of War 3. The story always never really was like Gears of War 3. Great story, loved it. Binary Domain isn't as good as that, but it definitely is good enough for meriting a purchase. I got it for a 10 or so. But it really stands out for me personally because of the fact that it's a third-person shooter with a good story.
Do you mean like that other game that nobody played that was a really good story? That first-person shooter, or was it third-person?
There's a lot of ones that I can't remember. The only one that stood out to me was Shadows of the Damned last year.
I was thinking of what's his name? It was the one where it was set in the desert. Well, kind of the desert.
Spec Ops. Spec Ops: The Line.
Oh yeah, I want to play that game.
Same here. The game which basically flat out questions your ethics as a gamer.
Yeah.
I must admit,
I heard about that.
I watched a full playthrough of it because I wasn't too sure about it. It has a really good story, but I'll tell you this right now. It's a game that doesn't make you enjoy it. It's a game that makes you go, this is fucking depressing.
You're not here to enjoy it. You're here to be depressed.
Like The Walking Dead.
You're here to feel horrible.
Oh yeah. Like, we're having looking at the chat and they're screaming at us to talk about Borderlands.
Borderlands 2, this one here, this one. I'm going to be honest, I bought this brand new. I've played 2 hours of it.
Really?
I've only played 2 hours of it because
I played at a friend's house.
I haven't played it.
It's no problem. I like it because
I want to play it though.
It's quirky, it's humorous, and basically, it's as Angry as Joe stated it, it's gun porn.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Very much gun porn.
I haven't played that much of it because, all honesty, it's not really that much fun playing it on your own.
Oh no! It's definitely a game you need to play with friends. Like, but saying that, if you do play it, especially with my friends, you'll end up getting left with the worst weapons in the game, being told to fight enemies you can't fight, and basically dying a lot.
That's problem. Unfortunately, I've got 2 pals who have got it, but they've completed it and they're not playing it anymore, so I can't play them with it.
But also, I will say this: even though Claptrap is not the best gaming character of the year.
No.
He was probably the funniest, yes, but not the best.
I found him irritating to the point where I started shooting him with a rocket launcher.
But actually, I noticed the thing. Last year, Wheatley won.
Wheatley, Wheatley,
this year,
see, it's humor. It's all about humor.
But the robots are taking over.
Yeah, robots too. Yeah, robots have a sense of humor.
Don't get me wrong, I liked Wheatley. As it is, Portal 2 was a game that you convinced me to pick up, so I did pick it up and get it, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I'm not.
Still haven't played Portal 1, have you?
What's my
No,
guess?
you have.
Okay, I'll announce it. I'll announce it here. It's on my PC.
Well, you better play it.
I'm saving it for a stream. That was the one. I'm saving it for a stream.
I will say this: I played Portal 2 more than I've played Portal 1. But the main problem I've had with Portal games is once you complete it, there's not much replayability apart because you know the puzzles.
Yeah, I do agree with that, but
Portal isn't for replayability though. It's the one experience. Like, could you imagine playing Portal the first one again and having to go through that twist again? It's just like,
no.
Yeah.
It's been like when Wheatley turned bad. Oh yeah, spoilers, but it's been out for a year.
Oh yeah, nice to say spoilers after you say the spoiler.
We spoil everything, so get used to it.
Anyway, when Wheatley turns evil, I thought they're not going to do it. Oh, you motherfucker! He's turned evil.
I like that. I must admit, Wheatley and GLaDOS, I have become slowly but surely some of those characters. I'm like, yeah, they're awesome.
But I'm just keeping on thinking we probably might not get Portal 3 because if you've noticed, Valve don't like doing free games. Half-Life 3.
They only like announcing them, but they don't do it.
Like, yes, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We swear we're going to do it. On second thought, no, we're not. We're just going to go and release some shitty-ass other games.
We're going to keep on teasing the crap out of you.
We're going to release a game on Steam called War Z. The best zombie survival game ever.
No. Done with zombies, man. I had a bad dream about zombies last night.
Did it involve them coming into your house and trying to eat your brains?
Yes, of course.
So, I had the dream. We all have the zombie dream. It's actually I had such a bad zombie dream that I actually the next day I made up my zombie plan. Like if zombie invasion was to happen, I have my plan for when it will happen.
We
What
all
I'm
do
going
that
to
at
do.
one point. We all do that at one point. I've
No,
got my
I
plan.
didn't. I never do.
You will.
My plan is don't happen.
Yeah,
That's all I plan.
I'll see you then.
They're not zombies. They just want a hug.
I've still got. Obviously, the only zombie game I'm playing is Walking Dead, and I still need to finish off the last 2 episodes of that. But I'll tell you right now.
You're saying your Let's Plays of The Walking Dead have made me really depressed.
Oh yeah, it's not a game that makes you feel happy.
No, it's not. I swear I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah,
I was like, my God, I'm going to die.
Unfortunately, I've seen a full Let's Play of the entire thing because I was very skeptical on it.
I've also seen the ending of the first season as well.
But we're not going to spoil that because
No, we're not.
MD's still playing it, I think.
Yeah. And also, Scottish, he needs to finish the stream.
Yeah, I need to finish the stream. Sorry about that. Do apologise. Don't kill me. But I'll get...
I've just realised we've suddenly gone off topic.
Fuck it, don't care. Keep
Oh,
going.
surprise!
Surprise. That's the whole point. But yeah, as is The Walking Dead, I'll have... The thing is, though, I'm going to sound freaking like a dick right here. I don't think it's Game of the Year.
Walking Dead?
I don't think
I still don't know. I still can't.
From what I've played, it's a great story, very emotional, very dramatic, makes you feel like slitting your wrists. But it's not a game. It's barely a game, just barely a game in my opinion. And I'm going to probably get killed for this. I just don't think it's Game of the Year. There are plenty of other games out there that are Game of the Year contenders and that are slightly better in gameplay wise and other aspects. Don't start with Mass Effect 3 or I'll personally come down to England and kill you.
I just said that to annoy you.
A game that I'm playing right now that I'm enjoying immensely that came out this year, which a lot of people have heard of, is Guild Wars 2. I am enjoying it.
I want to play that. You know, Guild Wars 2 is on a lot of people's best game of the year.
I got it just before Christmas. I was doing the tour and just someone... thank you to the store convention person who basically convinced me to pick it up, who actually was a gamer and not someone trying to sell it to me. But I picked it up and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I'm loving it. I'll tell you right now, the story that I'm playing at the moment is the Sylvani story. I've predicted every twist that came left, right and centre. But it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
I think Guild Wars 2.
Oh, there we go. Someone just said it in the chat. I think I agree with that. The Walking Dead is arcade game of the year.
Yeah,
exactly.
They should have had that. Wait, didn't they? Downloadable? Isn't that
downloadable game was Journey, which is basically borderline a tech demo.
I think that should have been.
It's a good game, but it's an art piece. It's more of an experience than an actual game.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought The Walking Dead did really good.
Yeah.
And I was kind of glad to see it win Game of the Year, but then I was like, I guess they shouldn't really count downloadable games for Game of the Year, you know, because they're not. You can't really compete with a full game.
People will debate with you that left, right, and center. Like, what is a game then? What is a Game of the Year contender? And here's how I do it. Like, I didn't do a Game of the Year thing this year because I haven't played every game that came out, and really, I've still got to play a shit ton of them. My idea for Game of the Year is a game that has a great story that either is emotionally great or is at least enjoyable. Great gameplay, enjoyable atmosphere, graphically stunning, and overall, I enjoyed immensely.
So a small list.
Yeah, a small list. I'm very picky. What can I say?
Yes.
That's going to change for everybody.
Yeah. Everyone's opinion is different. Everyone's opinion. If I had to go right here, right now, and say what game I think that I've played this year as Game of the Year, I'm going to have to say at the current moment, even with the ending...
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
Until I finish Guild Wars 2, at the moment, no game has done an emotional job than Mass Effect 3. Someone come and kill me right now, please. Someone come and kill me right now.
All the bullshit.
No, you're going to have to suffer through that, Scottish.
At the moment, I haven't played a game... I haven't played a game better.
You were in denial.
Yeah.
You went through all the 5 stages. You know that.
Yeah, I went through all of them, left, right, and centre. But at the moment... A game that came out in 2012, no other game has emotionally made me literally cry. Been absolutely great and enjoyable and absolutely fun. Despite the last 10-15 minutes Mass Effect 3 is still the game that I had the most fun with this year. I also had the most fun bitching and moaning at it and tearing it a new asshole.
Do you want to know how I? Do you want to say? Do you want to know how I play Mass Effect 3? Is what I do is as soon as Shepard gets hit by the beam by the Reaper, I go to the main menu and I start a new game. And I think of
you're
my
like,
own
oh, that
ending.
was so good.
Yeah. It's like I think of my own ending, and it's always something more bogus every time. Like I think it was one of the times I went, and then Shepard rode a Elcor with a massive gun and shot Sovereign right in the eye, or is it Harbinger?
I've got my
Harbinger
ending.
right in the eye, and that killed him, and that's the wave off. They killed all the Reapers, and they all lived happily ever after. And they married Tally, and they had lots of children. The end.
I've got my ending in here, and I'm not even. It's virtually identical to probably a few others out there, but as is. At the moment, there's no game that I've enjoyed more than Mass Effect 3, but I will say this right now, once I finish Guild Wars 2's main story with Sylvari, I think Guild Wars 2 is going to be my game of the year, because it's so much fun at the moment. It's so much fun.
Will it be one of your contenders for Game of the Decade? Because that's the next.
Oh, that's tricky.
I know we got 8 more years, but come on, we got to think of... I think it was...
With the other games coming out this year, it's really Guild Wars 2 has got... is, in my opinion, going to be the game that's going to be judged as MMOs from now on. It's the World of Warcraft of this generation, in my opinion.
It's the Warcraft killer.
Warcraft will never die, trust me.
No, I'm not saying it will kill World of Warcraft, but it will. It's definitely its main rival at the moment.
I would definitely say Guild Wars 2 is a good contender for that.
I mean, after Diablo 3's start...
What? Era 37!
You know, iffy start. But you're saying it's...
But everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but as is, I've stated what game I would pick for Game of the Year. MD, if you had to pick Game of the Year for you right now, the game that you've enjoyed the most this year, what would it be?
Jeez.
Yeah, putting you on the spot. Go. You've done it to me, I'm doing it to you.
Yeah.
I think... Well, I really enjoyed The Witcher 2, but I don't think I'm going to count that for Game of the Year this year, just because it was a re-release for platform. But I think Mass Effect 3, especially with the DLCs.
Yeah, like as is, no matter how much I can bitch and moan, I'll have to admit it's still a great game. I just hate the ending, and I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Alex, Game of the Year now.
Okay, I have 3 content. 3. I had 4 fingers up, but I meant 3.
Yeah, that's a common thing.
Yeah, but anyway, what I meant to say was the 3 games I enjoyed the most this year were Mass Effect 3, Halo 4, and I know I'm probably going to be the only one who's played this game out of you two, Forza Horizon.
Ugh.
Oh God! Oh God!
Okay, right, that's that. Right, no, that's it. That's it. Move on.
No. I let you speak. Now let me
go.
As a racing game. I know you guys think all racing games are the same, and for the most, I will agree with you. I'm not
we're done. Okay, on to the next. No, just kidding.
But this is the furthest you can actually be from, because it's not just a normal racing game. Whereas here's your track, now race. This game is you can go on. You have a huge open world, which is basically your driving playground. You can get in I think it's over 150 cars, and it's your playground. You can do whatever the hell you want. But
you're not selling this game very well.
What else?
You're not selling this game very well at all.
You can play football or soccer if you're American with cars.
Oh God!
I hate football in general or soccer, whatever the hell it is. They can go overpaid assholes. That's why
playing soccer.
I'm not good with selling stuff.
Why does this sound vaguely familiar, like a game but called Mario Kart?
You couldn't play soccer. You couldn't play football on Mario Kart. I mean,
yes, you could. It's called firing a red shell up the ass of your opponent. That's football.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
well, that's my argument out of the way. But anyway,
we'll go with that. So
Halo 4, I have to say though.
I think we'll go on to next is basically some gaming stuff that happened in 2012. We'll start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, MD. Go.
What am I going to talk about?
Like a gaming topic, either a controversial one or an okay one, or something that you think deserves to be mentioned at least.
Well, the one that I'm thinking of, I think we pretty much talked about already, was the Mass Effect 3 ending, but
yeah. Well, you know what, screw it. I can guarantee, I can already tell you right now, half the chat are probably going to say talk about it. and like I'm going to get a knock
Really?
on the door. No, I'm
I'm
guaranteed.
having a look now.
Come on. These wants to talk. Get us right away. These wants to talk about the Mass Effect 3 ending once and for all. 3 people discussing
this
it.
will be the final time. We will
I
package
swear.
it away and we will leave it alone.
Because
Okay.
I think that was for a lot of
Until
gamers.
the next DLC comes out.
Okay, so the people want us to talk about it, hurry up, otherwise we'll just move on and pick another topic.
Says that we should.
Okay, so...
Okay.
No, okay, we've got it first. No.
That's it. No, moving on. Any other topics besides Mass Effect 3 ending? Because I think me, you, and Alex, and basically half of the internet have ripped that thing a new asshole beyond belief. Like, it's been discussed left, right, and centre. Not going to talk about it anymore. Is there any other things that you think might deserve to be mentioned?
Capcom?
You can choose that, Alex. We'll go AMD in a minute.
Yeah, I don't know. You go for it.
Okay, Alex, on you go.
I thought you were opening it. You're saying, Capcom this year, I know everyone's saying EA was the worst developer of the year, but for me, it was Capcom was the worst developer of this year.
Capcom was pretty bad.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
EA or a publisher.
What?
Nevertheless, they both make
EA
games.
or a publisher, Capcom or publisher and developer.
But anyway,
Yeah,
Capcom
still,
was the worst.
they're
I think Capcom
companies.
was the worst. For them to basically say, right, we've done all we think we do. Now we're just going to make some more stuff, sticking on the disc, and then make you pay more for it.
On this DLC.
It's a bit like, no, it was saying, but Capcom were the worst at this. But then, when it came to Resident Evil 6, and we found out again that they put more DLC on the disc, and they said, oh wait, it was, this DLC is free. Well, my question is, why wasn't it on your game when you released it then?
Because they want money.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'll have to admit, I fucking hate this. Like, I really hate this so much because here's my rule of DLC. DLC is downloadable. Downloadable. Not on disc. Downloadable.
It's not a code. It's not a code that you put in to unlock someone. It is basically, do you know what it's basically like? It's basically like World of Warcraft where you have to pay a subscription fee. It's basically them going, oh right, now we're releasing this old stuff, it's already on the disc, but anyway, here you go, pay us more money.
That was horrible. When I was playing Dragon's Dogma was this year, wasn't it? Early this year? I think
I think it was this year. Like, I remember UMD, you sent me the code for the Resident Evil 6 demo.
Yeah.
And I couldn't play it because I needed Dragon's Dogma to play the demo.
Yeah, every day there was a DLC. Every day. It was like, and for stupid things, like, here's a new hairstyle.
Like,
pay us
new hairstyle? That sounds fantastic.
Was it very Japanese hairstyles, I gotta ask? Because I know this game was...
It was.
So
it
was
it like point like antlers the size of fucking testicles or something?
Where you just look at it, Yes.
That was one. Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was one of the options. So we got Dragon Ball Z, we got Naruto, spiky testicles.
Yeah, why not? Spiky testicles.
Nice.
Go with that.
You know, actually, now that you said it, I want to see what that looks like now.
I don't even want to look.
To the internet.
Yeah, you'll find it on the internet. Google it, you'll find it. But I don't mind cosmetic DLCs for one simple reason: I don't need to buy them. Like, they're not essential to the game. Like,
a big offender for that this year was also, I don't know if it was a Capcom game. I think it was, but it was Soul Calibur 5. Now, you know, I've actually got Soul Calibur 5, and you know but the amount of money I actually spent on Soul Calibur 5, and actually what it was what... Oh, wait, I thought Scottish was just saying there in the chat.
No, I was just saying that by each
other.
You were talking behind your back, Alex.
Yeah, I'm making fun of you. In code.
Like, listen to this guy. Oh!
That meant
listen
actually.
To this guy, he has to say. He is English fool. Even though we held the Olympics in England, not Scotland. Suck on it.
Well, here's my thing to you. Highland Spring Water. Suck it.
Yes. Here's my thing to you. Why does spring water in a bottle have a sell-by date? It's water.
Can we just get back to gaming? I don't want to start arguing about Scottish over English because...
We're arguing about water.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I'm going to drink
Water isn't see-through, it's blue.
It's just pink.
It's blue. It is blue.
Yeah, but yeah, I do agree. I have no problem with cosmetic DLCs or weapon packs because, well, weapon packs to an extent. But
Add-ons.
add-ons.
A bit like, wasn't it? But the thing is, a bit like, was it last year with Fable 3? Well,
Oh God.
you couldn't do online multiplayer with another friend unless they had every single bit of DLC that you had.
Yes.
And
Like, even if you had the smallest fucking thing, like a black dye, I couldn't play with one of my friends because they didn't have the black dye, and I was like, "What? Fuck you!"
Oh, that was stupid. That was so stupid.
Oh, I actually threw my copy out in the bin, I think.
Oh, I hated Fable 3. I actually couldn't pass an hour. I couldn't get past an hour.
I beat it, and I was like,
I beat
well,
it too.
I just wasted time.
It was one of the time. It was actually the few times I'm going to admit this live, but hell, I have no receipt. You have no proof of me. Actually, you probably do, but I'm just admitting it. But I actually lied and got my full money back about when I returned the game.
What did you say?
I said, I've tried the game, it's not scratch, it just keeps on coming up. When I put the game in saying unreadable disc, and they said, all right, do you want to trade it? I said, no, I'm fine, I just want to have my money back.
Yeah,
something's wrong with this game. It keeps on telling me to buy things. I don't know what's going on.
It keeps saying this and this and this.
I keep on following this trail of breadcrumbs on the floor, and like this jack shit.
Something's wrong with it.
And then it asked me, do I build a brothel or an orphanage?
Oh, Jesus.
Decisions.
Oh.
No, I don't know. Like, I don't have my copy of it. I think I either traded it in or threw it in the bin, one of the two.
The one that I did trade it in.
I'm admitting now that I lied to a big. I actually lied to game. That was the thing, because that's
a good thing. Lie to game. Lie to their faces.
That's another thing. That's another thing that happened this year was in UK because of EA and Nintendo, basically a massive dispute. EA went basically, which is the UK game retailer for all you Americans out there. They basically nearly vanished. They nearly went bankrupt.
Yeah.
They had.
I heard about that.
Yeah, they got saved by RBS, I think.
Yeah, they got bailed. They got
Royal Bank of Scotland.
But they had to shut down a crap ton of stores.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's 2/3 of their stores were shut.
Yeah, I don't buy my stuff. I don't buy my stuff at Game anymore. It's a pile of freaking fish. I even shredded my game's reward card.
I still have mine. I still have mine.
Nah, I buy my games off Amazon or GeForce, but that went haywire.
But it's good.
But
what else was a bad thing that happened this year?
Well, I've got one. I said the whole thing. I just finished watching Angry Joe's top 10 controversial things about an hour ago, and he brought all the good ones and all that. But I want to get this one out of the way because I think it's something that needs to be talked about. And I'm trying to spread the word and do my part for Joe. Two developers for a game for Armour 3 have been are actually being detained as spies in Greece because they went over to take pictures of a military base and scenery for their game. They're actually being detained as spies.
Are you serious?
I'm being serious. They're being detained as spies, and Greece aren't letting them go.
Oh my God.
Even though you can clearly see their military bases on Google Earth.
Yep. Like, the base is they're taking pictures of our secret base, which you can see from Google. They're still in jail at this very moment. They're being detained.
This is a country. This is Greece, which is a country which is already bringing the world down in the crapper because of its economy. Crap. Let's not get in that. But basically, Greece is bringing the whole world down the shitter with it.
Yeah, it's just Joe made a good point. He says Mass Effect 3 would have been his number one controversy this year, but he had to get this one. And then I do agree with this.
Yeah,
these guys are being falsely detained because our Greece are being dicks.
They're trying to look smart and clever.
It's ridiculous. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I wanted to get the word out for that because it really is a sickening thing. There's
a website, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a website everything to get them out of jail and all that, and it really does sicken me that a government would do this.
When you put this up on YouTube, put the link in the description.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description. I can't be asked looking for it now.
Yeah, we're gonna help you, but not that much.
Yeah, I'm not that. I'm not Jesus.
No. But
I just wanted to get that out of the way because it's something that needs to be talked about.
Something that Angry Joe didn't bring up, but I want to talk about is the NRA and their basically conference. This was the one time after the tragedy that happened in America, which I expressed my full sorrow for all those people who have lost their children over just before Christmas. I am so sorry for that. But for the NRA,
to make people depressed.
Yeah, for the NRA to go off and say that no, it's not. It's to say, oh no, it's video games that caused this, that made bad guys, and that we should have guns in every single school, armed guards.
Like, so I really, like, as soon as someone starts coming out and going, video games are evil, video games are Nazis, video games do this, video games do that, I'm like, prove it.
Oh my god, I hate that.
I mean, here's the thing. I know this is probably the only mention it's going to get in this whole podcast, but Call of Duty Black Ops 2 this year sold 60 million copies.
And 3.5 million were traded in.
Yes. And I don't see 60 million people running around with guns trying to kill everyone.
Nah, I really stopped listening to this full bullshit from these people after I done a video on this a while ago talking about same sexes in video games, where I think it's like a church organisation came out and basically called out Star Wars The Old Republic for convincing people to go gay and bisexual because of they were introducing same-sex relationships.
Oh, we're gonna get this now in that new episode of Doctor Who, the Christmas special. I'm this lady from the dawn of time, and this is my wife. If you watch that.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I fucking love that episode. I tell people shut up to that, but. Yeah. I think I think that's all we want to talk about the gaming controversy stuff. So we'll just see what happens from now on. Is there anything news I bring up? I don't give two shits what it's about. Movies, games, TV series. Go ahead.
I want to talk about my amazing journey to my dad's house. My amazing journey across the country to just get to my dad's house.
Oh, we're gonna get a story. Everyone grab your popcorn and sit down.
Okay, so I was going to go to my dad's the day after Christmas on Boxing Day to catch a train. But I then found out that there was no trains running from Newcastle, which is where I live in most of the time, to Peterborough, which is where my dad lives. There was no trains running there on Boxing Day, so I had to catch a train on the 27th. When I did catch a train on the 27th, I spent Boxing Day getting very, very drunk. And very, very late up at night. And my train was quite early, the one I had to catch. But I thought, because there was...
That was not me. What the hell was that?
It was my tree.
I can't remember. We can't see you.
Yeah. No, you went.
We can't.
That just scared me. I was like,
I'm holding a Chewie.
Chewbacca. Chewbacca was saying that he enjoys your story, Alex.
Anyway, as I'm going, my train was very early, and I left 2 hours early to get to the train station, because I thought, because there was no trains running the day before, it would be really, really busy. I got there was nobody there, and I had to waste I had about 2 hours to kill in a city which most of the stores were closed because we were still on holiday. So, I wait around a bit. I wait around a bit. I eventually get on the train, and I sit next to this lovely man who let's say he was a bit of a racist, because he said because England's been having this really bad weather at the moment, with all the flooding. He said the reason we're getting all this bad flooding was because there are so many immigrants in the country that the island is sinking.
Wow. Wow.
But I was so tired, I couldn't be bothered to argue with him. But I just basically nodded along and tried so hard not to laugh. It was basically, when you're just pulling that face of you're trying so hard not to laugh. When you
should have laughed in his face.
Yeah. That's why I would have done that. I laughed at everyone.
He was getting off at the same stuff I did, and I said, okay, could you just wait? I'm going to go to sleep because I'm so tired and still hungover from the last night. Can you wake me up when we get to the stop? So he said, yeah, sure. I wake up, he is gone.
And so was your wallet, and all of a sudden your pants were down.
Oh, Alex. You don't trust people that say things like that.
He is gone. And I find that I am now on my way to London.
Oh, wow.
Alex.
I then get off the train, talk to a very nice guardsman who said, I fell asleep on the train. Can you tell me which train gets me to Peterborough where I need to go? he just basically pointed me towards the ticket office, so I had to spend even more money to get a ticket, to my Peterborough house. Now, by this point, I am very angry. I am very frustrated. I'm very angry. By the time we get on the train to get to Peterborough, there is this kid that is running up and down the carriage, all throughout the entire train journey. But there's also this
And
other
you
kid.
punched him in the face.
No, I'm gonna get no. There's this other
I
kid,
tripped him.
but there's this other kid. And he goes, she goes, "Mommy, I'm not feeling very well. Can you take me?"
Oh my God, I hate hearing that.
And she's walking to the toilet. She walks up to my seat and is sick.
Oh! You hear that, Alex, and you run. That's what you're supposed to do. When someone says, I'm not feeling very well, you're out of there.
I
But
run
the
or
thing
grab a
is,
bag.
The thing is, though, I couldn't sit anywhere because this was the only seat I could get. This was the only seat I could book. But now I'm sitting, trying not to touch the sick at all. This kid comes running past, trips over my feet.
Oh, shut up. This is not real.
And slams on the ground. So now I have an entire carriage, and he's bursting out crying, and I have an entire carriage of people looking at me, thinking I liked tripping over little kids.
I knew it. See, I knew you were a tripping type. I said that. I called that. I said you were going to trip the kid.
Oh, wow.
You've got that trippy kid face.
That sounds like...
Because at this point I am so fed up. I am so angry. I'm just basically... The woman walked up to me and she goes, "You tripped up my little kid," I said. I just went, "Yes, I did."
Oh, it's always so much fun. So much fun.
And I eventually got to my platform, got home, went to bed, and had a lovely night. The end.
At least it had a happy ending.
Wow. It sounded like it wasn't real.
And it was the worst train journey of my life.
Well, that's fun. Well, I think that says it all. But, I may as well... Well, I don't have any stories, unfortunately. All I did for New Year's was stay up until like 8 o'clock in the morning watching Stargate and woke up at 7 o'clock at night. That's my New Year's.
Yeah, I don't think I did anything either. My brother, his girlfriend, and I watched Jamie Oliver on TV, some episodes, and...
Wait, Jamie Oliver, because we have a guy over in England called Jamie Oliver, he's a chef.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
Oh, that guy.
He's over in America now trying to make everyone skinny.
Oh,
He's not really in America. He travels.
Yeah. Travels all over the world.
Okay.
I saw that one.
He hasn't even succeeded in England, technically. Because, yes, he's passed this law. He managed to actually pass this law in the UK that saying schools have to give healthy food to kids for meals now.
Yeah, but they kicked them out, didn't they? I think they kicked them out.
In England, actually got through. It got passed. It's a law now.
Oh, they probably don't.
But it
doesn't
say anything about the kids. And it doesn't say anything about the kids going out into the village next to the school and buying a load from there.
Or packed lunches.
Yeah.
I spent most of my night just sitting up watching Stargate and then debating whether or not I should watch RoboCop or Blade Runner.
So, back kids you see in schools, their parents are too lazy to make pack lunches.
That's why they go with KFC and McDonald's.
I used to get a packed lunch.
Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Now, that's different in England. It's jam and it's still peanut butter.
Oh gee. Oh.
Let's not go into an ethical, debate over jam and jelly, okay?
I'm still getting comments on one of my videos saying why didn't I call it soccer when I didn't call it soccer when it's called football, even though I'm English, and I'm not getting into this argument again because I'm pretty sick.
No, it's different because it's different regions, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's
and I'll just sit here because I have nothing to talk about soccer or football or whatever the hell sports are.
Moving on about talking, we're talking about how Americans don't like to spell.
We spell different. I usually tend to spell things the English way for some reason.
Like we spell color.
I guess because it makes sense.
Yeah, like because we spell color with you.
Yeah, I used to spell color like that, but then I stopped because people were correcting.
I don't write, so I use Microsoft Word, so that corrects my spelling for me.
People, no MDs, people were seeing this and they're seeing it was some strange foreign language.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you don't know how to spell.
You don't know how to...
No, I just
No, you're just too sophisticated for them.
Probably. Same with the Dishonored. I was spelling it with a U, and they were like, Dishonored doesn't have a U. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes, it does.
It does. It does. We state it does.
It's called the English. It's called the English language.
Hey, it's true.
Yeah.
You should see
We speak American.
Yeah, you should see the Scottish language. Trust me, you wouldn't be able to understand a single word of that.
Yeah, I've read your PMs.
I sometimes
I don't know what I'm talking about here.
like when a Scottish person tries to say burglar alarm.
Burglar alarm.
Burglar. You go burglar.
No, I love how you say. Wait, what is it?
Stupid peanut butter.
No, murder. I like how you say
Murder?
murder. Sometimes you could say murder.
Murder.
Yeah. It sounds like you're saying mother, which you're cheating, I think.
That's just my usual accent. But, well, we might as well get us in the topic. Is there any, well, since we just finished talking about games and we just talked about jelly and different ethnicities and all that, is there any movies you want to talk about?
I want to talk about The Man of Steel.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Scottish, what is wrong with you? Seriously, I think something's wrong with you.
Look,
do you not like Superman?
He said it's his third favorite hero.
I own every Superman movie on Blu-ray. How can I hate him? How can I hate him? Superman was my second superhero I was ever introduced to. He was the second hero I was ever introduced to. My first one was Batman.
Actually, this thing, you know how I ranted and rave about it, but my first superhero was actually the Teen Titans. That's why I love, that's why I have such a respect for it.
Let me see why I gave that groan. I'm looking forward to the Man of Steel. I am. I'm liking the sound of it so far. The thing I'm hating about it is how fucking realistic they're making it look.
It's all films seem to be doing this now. It seems to be.
It's Nolan. I have no problem with Nolan as a director. The only problem I have with him in his Batman movies, except for The Dark Knight Rises, which I can actually bitch and moan about for another hour if I wanted to, is they're too realistic.
Well, I'm just saying this about, let's talk about it. The Dredd movie that came out this year, it was made to be realistic. Dark Knight Rises, of course, meant to be realistic. The new Evil Dead movie, that's been made to be realistic.
Not gonna work.
Yeah, the new. I know especially you guys don't care about this much, but I will bring it up. But the guy who's directing the new Godzilla film said he is going to make it. What if this happened in real life? It's a giant lizard. It's never going to happen in real life. It's a giant.
Well, I mean, since they're making so many remakes, they've got to do something new. So they haven't really done the interpretation of what if it really did happen. I think it's a cool way to see it.
I'm not going to judge Superman and the Man of Steel until I see it, because I have plans to review all of these Superman movies before the Man of Steel comes out. So
I'm also excited apparently because there's going to be a Wonder Woman cameo in it.
Thank fuck Wonder Woman.
It's going to be
it's a myth. It's not going to happen.
It's probably not going to happen. No, my only problem with it is the fact that if they make it too realistic, we're not going to get a lot of the comic book villains that we want to see, which is my major problem with the Justice League. Yeah. Zod, okay, he could be good, but one thing about Justice, I'm thinking Justice League movie because I'm obsessed with that fucking movie. I want it to come out, and the reason I just want it is I just don't think it's going to work if it's too realistic.
I don't think it's going to come out in 2015, like they're saying.
They'll get it.
Yeah, it's coming out.
We're going to have Star Wars Episode 7, The Avengers 2, and Justice League.
Oh, and The Hobbit, the next part of The Hobbit.
Hobbit Part 3.
Yeah, Hobbit Part. Oh, yeah.
So 3-parters. Now, as his main reason is because a lot of my favourite comic book villains are comic booky. Like, the Joker in The Dark Knight, I loved him. He was awesome.
I don't like this current run with Joker.
Heath Ledger is fine, but what I'm talking about, some of my favourite villains are Poison Ivy, the Riddler, Harley Quinn, who else? Doomsday, to an extent, he's okay. Lex Luthor, he could be realistic or comic booky. I'm not too fussed about that.
Actually, can I just say Lex Luthor was the only thing I liked about Superman Returns.
Yeah, that's the only thing anyone liked.
Yeah, me too. I think so too, yeah.
Don't worry, that movie will get its day. But as is, it's just I want to see a bit more comic booky as is. That's all I want to see as is. It's just Nolan. I just have a wee bit of a pet peeve with him trying to make them too realistic, even if he's just producing. But I'm not going to judge the film until I see it, and then I will give my honest opinion on it, whether I hate it, like it, or think it's meh.
Well, I mean, even with the villains for Superman, they could just make them coming from outer space. I mean, that's pretty much what Superman is.
So
so
now with Darkseid, so that could be interesting.
Yeah, so it's not like what if this would happen, because you know it wouldn't. Yeah. But it's just like, I guess, like a mature way of telling it, and not so much like, he's got red shorts.
Okay,
which I want. I want him to have
no
those
red shorts. It's the new 52 Superman.
Although,
I want
it
those
is.
red shorts.
Don't get me started on the new 52. Do not get me started on the new 52. You know my
if you want, I can
stance on
show
the
you
new
now.
52.
I've got Justice League issue 1 from the new 52 where he doesn't have red shorts.
He has a short sleeve shirt as well, doesn't he?
That's Action Comics.
Yeah.
Action Comics, he's got jeans and a shirt.
And
Oh my god, is it like this guy? Isn't that Superboy? He's got
that's
a
Superboy
shirt
from Young
kind
Justice.
of, yeah, but it's basically that, but he's got a cape, and the shirt's blue.
Yes.
Could you imagine seeing somebody walking down like that?
You'd be like...
I'd call the police.
Yeah, you would. It's like, no, you call the assailant on. You go, I think he's got out again.
He's wearing a cape. They're like, oh my god, we'll be there in 5 minutes.
Well, there's one thing that I am disappointed already about the new Superman movie. They're not going to play the Superman theme.
Oh,
they actually said they're not going to play the Superman theme.
Fuck you, Nolan. Fuck you. You didn't have the Batman theme in the Dark Knight movies, and now you're not going to have the Superman theme? For fuck's sake.
But look how great the Batman theme was. The Batman soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks in movies.
The Nolan one I liked. The Nolan one I liked, but I prefer the Danny Elfman one.
You know,
of course, Danny Elfman always is awesome.
When you first said the Batman theme, I thought you were going to say the Adam West Batman theme.
No, but you know what? That part, like that style of music from the Adam West one, is always implemented in the Batman soundtracks. Have you noticed that? Even in Arkham City, in Arkham, the games, there's always that.
They like. Yeah. I like that, but that's actually kind of neat. Thanks for pointing there. I just remember that because I've got the Batman Arkham City theme I love.
Oh god, that's one of the best soundtracks.
But I don't like Nolan in some aspects, as I say, but I'm not going to judge it until I see it, because it could be the best Superman movie ever, which at the moment is still Superman 1.
I think Superman 2.
I liked all those Superman movies.
Oh well, except for maybe.
Hard for me to choose.
Except for maybe.
This one's odd.
I
just had to say. If we're going to talk,
by the way, I don't have no. Someone's asking like who's the composer for the new Man of Steel movie. I haven't got a fucking clue.
I don't know either.
Someone Google it and let us know. It might be Hans Zimmerman. Why does that sound like a German porn star?
Well, he did Inception, and he did that.
He did.
Well,
he's pretty good if he does it.
I love it. I like the themes from the Nolan movies. I've still not seen Inception because it looks okay.
Oh, you haven't seen Inception?
Nah, it never appealed to me.
What?
That's my shock noise.
It never appealed to me.
The high-pitched Alex. What?
It never appealed to me. It never did. I watched it and I was like...
Well, go watch it now.
I can't.
I want you to review Inception. You can't say no to that.
Yes.
Well, I have to review that now. Here's like, list all of the Nolan films, and then sometime this year I'll do a Nolan month. Where I'll review all Christopher Nolan's movies.
We should do. We all have a month. Like saying, I'm in the middle of my month. Scottish, your month should be Nolan month. Actually, MD, you could do some. What could fill a month for you? Something game related. I could fill a month.
Or a movie, movie, whatever.
Horror, no, game films.
Game films month for me, or what?
Yeah, saying like you could do. Actually, immediately the ones that fill in my head are the really crap ones. Actually, wait, that's all of them. But anyway.
But, hey, Mortal Kombat was good.
That was good, dude.
Yes, it was. And the first Lara Croft Tomb Raider movie, I won't say it's good. It's watchable.
Yes, it is watchable.
That's the highest accolade you give them.
What? What?
Well, we actually knew catchphrase. But I'm very picky. I'm very. I'll review the Nolan films. As I say, right now I'm concentrating on getting like a couple. I'm backlogged at the moment. I've still got to review the FMA movies.
Saying you've still got every single episode of Smallville.
I've scrapped that. I'm revamping. I'm revamping the series review in 2013.
Oh yeah, because you said the first series is just such a drag.
Yes. Here's an advanced tip. Don't say you're going to review Smallville season 1. It's so fucking dull.
Oh my
That's
god.
the thing that never got me into Smallville. I have to say, the first series...
I never got into it either. I'm such a huge Superman fan, but
it doesn't get better. It gets better, but it takes a few seasons. Like the only reason I kept watching it was because of the actor who played Lex Luthor. It is awesome.
So it was actually when I was getting to the point where I got to like series, I think it was 5, I was going, fly! Just fly!
He doesn't
Yeah,
he doesn't fly
that.
until the final season.
Oy.
And then the
Do you
final
not know
season
how to
ends. No, he doesn't let it fly. He flies once or twice, but he doesn't fully fly until season 10.
So he falls once or twice.
Yeah.
10 seasons!
Yeah. And then he doesn't wear the suit. He only wears a Superman outfit once.
Really?
And at the end of the 10th season, it does the and he does the
And it's over.
yeah.
Then it's over.
And then it goes into comic book form.
Oh yeah, then you got season 12 in comic book form.
Season 11.
Well, it is
Season
called
11,
called Smallville.
Yeah. They actually, in Smallville, they actually tried to get the rights to get Batman and Wonder Woman in the series, but it proved too difficult because of the people
Aren't they
in the
trying?
Wonder Woman.
Aren't they trying that with the Arrow series?
Yeah, but that's
I
not going to work
haven't
because the Batman one is extremely difficult to get a hold of, and the Wonder Woman, the people who own the rights for her are bloody assholes.
Yeah, whenever I hear, it's rumored that Wonder Woman's going to make an appearance, it's like, oh, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, because here's what it is. I think this is how it goes. This is unconfirmed, but this is mainly rumour. The people who own the rights to Wonder Woman only want Wonder Woman to be featured in a series or a movie where it focuses on her and no one else.
Okay.
As focusing on her, do you mean focusing on her assets or her character?
Character. And please don't get me started.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Wonder Woman. Here's my DC heroes: Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. That's my 3.
Titans for me. But anyway.
But yeah. So
Superman, Batman, and...
Which is why I am so happy that Deathstroke is in the Arrow TV series.
oh yeah,
If you know what Deathstroke is, he's the main bad guy of the Teen Titans.
Slade.
Or Slade.
Hey, the new Avengers movie, do we know what other Avengers are going to be joining in?
There's some rumors flying about.
Ant-Man definitely, because that movie...
He's going to be in Avengers 2, but he's getting his own movie after the Ant-Man or Giant Man.
Oh God.
So if Ant-Man's going to come along, then there's probably going to be Wasp as well.
Wasp, yeah, that's going to be must. There's rumors about Daredevil coming in.
And I bet Marvel is screaming at Sony, please just give us Spider-Man.
It's
No,
not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Sony are keeping a tight... Why do you think they released the Amazing Spider-Man so quickly?
What about Wolverine? Do you think they're going to put... I mean, they're coming out with that new Wolverine movie.
That's the thing, though. Marvel don't own the rights to that anymore.
Yeah.
They don't...
You don't think they just say, okay, yeah, let's put them in?
I think they'll try, but the thing is, though, only Hugh Jackman has pulled off Wolverine perfectly. He has to be in. He has to be him.
The new Wolverine movie, it's Hugh Jackman, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Hugh Jackman, and he's...
guess what? It's a gritty, realistic take.
Of course. That's why they made it.
But he's going to be in the new X-Men one, X-Men Days of Future Past.
Which is a comic book series, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a comic book series involving
the best covers I have ever seen in comic book.
Yeah.
It has that one where Wolverine's hiding the girl. It has like the poster of all the other X-Men in the...
yeah.
Oh, but yeah, Wolverine's debatable, but the thing that I'm looking forward to is like who they're going to have in and how they're going to integrate the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series.
Yes.
Oh, I cannot wait to see how they do that.
But I don't get that because if you know, Agent Coulson in the TV series is alive.
Yeah, he's going to be a real life...
I thought you said it's a lie.
And of course, Joss Whedon is directing and writing it, so...
Oh gosh. We know it's going to shine like gold.
Hey, maybe Marvel will be smart and they'll pick up Firefly. Please.
So,
no, they won't. They're not that smart.
Also, that's the thing though, we got Iron Man 3 this year, which I'm not holding up too much hopes for because I'm so worried about third sequel disease, and it is plagued
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Don't get me started on Spider-Man 3. Well, yeah. Iron Man 3, I'm looking forward to.
X-Men 3, Spider-Man 3, even the
Right.
Dark
I will
Knight
defend
Rises.
X-Men 3. I will defend X-Men 3 for one simple reason. Beast.
Yes,
Yeah,
Beast.
he was the
Beast.
best. Yeah, Beast was cool.
That
What's
is
his-
Beast.
yeah.
Not first class Beast. That is Beast.
That was Beast, yeah.
But you couldn't have that. You couldn't have...
Frasier's Beast.
But I will also say this. Juggernaut was one of the wasted...
Oh my god.
Was he one of the
I'm
most
the Juggernaut!
Oh god. Like, don't get me wrong, Juggernaut's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He's shagged She-Hulk, that's a good example.
Boy, was there an earthquake
That parody was really funny though.
No,
Did you
it
guys see
actually happened in comics.
comic. She also had sex, but she also had sex with Arrow, with Hawkeye, sorry. A lot of people from S.H.I.E.L.D. She likes to have it off, I'll just say that.
Yeah, but,
What's her name?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Oh.
You know, woman Hulk. But she's not angry, she's
Juggernaut.
sad.
She's a she.
Yeah. Let's just say she's the most promiscuous of the Avengers.
Well, yeah, when you put she in your title, that yeah.
Yeah.
it
There's
kind
also
of-
a red She-Hulk as well, but that's a whole other story.
Oh, yeah. There's loads of different Hulks. There's Grey Hulk, there's Red Hulk, there's Green Hulk, obviously.
With S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm looking forward to that because I think there's going to be Daredevil in it because after the Daredevil film, which I'll happily defend as an okay film, not a great film.
I was going to say, if you said it was a great film.
Oh no, that could no, it can no.
Oh, and Scottish, please don't tell me you like the Elektra film.
Guilty pleasure.
Oh god. Yeah,
once
that would be a guilty pleasure
It's
for
a
you.
guilty pleasure. I know it's horrible. I know it's bad, but
It's just the outfit, isn't it? It's the
That's
outfit.
another she.
Hey. I have standards. I don't judge my female superheroes by the outfits they wear.
Don't.
Please.
Oh, no,
I don't.
That's Scotland.
Unfortunately, that's one thing. I'm being perfectly honest. I don't judge a superhero by their outfit at
Yeah,
all.
I know.
I
I do.
don't. So.
Don't get me started on female superheroes.
Oh, what, you mean like Starfire?
Shut.
I'm a dick.
I have actually, before you, I have caught up on Red Hood and the Outlaws. I have read all the issues. It still sucks. It still sucks.
Why do you keep...
They've dragged Superman into it now, and Starfire it's Starfire again. She's like going, "Oh, I know Superman. Let's kill him."
That would be so fun, guys.
I'm sorry, like, you can't kill Superman because even if you do, they're just going to bring him back to life with some stupid, ridiculous mumbo-jumbo.
Oh yeah, but like
Yeah,
it's
of
like
course.
insane.
Same with Batman. Same
Yeah.
with Joker. Joker's
Do you know
died how
the
many
issue-
times?
Apparently,
I
apparently
don't
the
need...
saying I read that issue of issue 15 of Starfire, and the issue ends with Starfire just saying, "Oh, he wasn't that bad." Fuck you. I'd say
Nah.
if you don't know, and actually now we're on to the other thing, which is the new storyline tie-in, which also has Red Hood and the Outlaws in, which is the Joker has returned, and if you've seen the new 52 Joker, he has torn off his face and now he's clipped it into his head. That's the new 52 Joker. He's torn off his face, but then he just clipped it back on.
The only new 52... The only... In fact, just I'll grab it. The only new 52 I've read recently...
Why would he do that?
is Batgirl.
Oh, and that was brilliant thing of this year.
Awesome.
When she got fired, the fan outrage got her rehired.
Yeah, right, I'll tell you right now, I only bought this because of Gail Simone is apparently an amazing writer. She is. I'm saying this right now, she is.
But no, I'm stuck.
I can recommend this. Which with the short
Ha-
face.
Do you guys remember The Rocketeer?
Oh, the Rocketeer was awesome.
That was so good. I love The Rocketeer. I heard that they're remaking it. Is that true?
No, we make it. It's fine the way it is.
Come on,
It's gonna
everything's
be a more
being
realistic-
remade.
it's gonna be a more realistic-
It's just time. It's just wait for
You
it.
give it some time, there'll be a Ghostbusters and a Blade Runner remake.
Oh God, no! If they
Never
touch
mind.
Ghostbusters, I'm gonna freaking.
It'll be a new Ghostbusters film with a rap intro.
Oh, fuck me, no. By Kanye West.
Not by Pitbull.
Yeah, probably he does everything. Oh God,
Oh.
featuring.
Featuring Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. That's what I was thinking of.
Am I the only person who thinks that she's the most insane woman on the planet?
I wouldn't know, I don't pay attention to pop culture.
Neither do I.
I don't either, but I know she is the most insane person in the planet.
Yeah. Hey, you made me rap one of her songs.
I know, that was funny. You did really good.
Why, thank you.
That was embarrassing.
Don't quit your day job. Oh wait, I was going to say don't quit your.
I don't have a day job. This is my job. No,
Exactly.
I have no job. I'm a bum.
So am I, my good friend.
But yeah, like
That's a downer.
no, mate. Just
Yeah.
carry
Anyway,
on.
getting back onto superhero things, but saying and also I gotta say this: what's with Marvel and their constant obsession, especially in comics, when it comes to the big event ones, everyone has to kill each other.
That's not just
It's
Marvel.
the Shakespeare. It's the
that's-
Shakespeare virus.
Yeah,
It's the Shakespeare tragedy virus.
yeah. Everyone has to die eventually. No matter, they'll be back eventually as some kind of reboot or magic
Okay,
mumbo
saying
jumbo.
like in the X-Men versus the Avengers comic this year, Hawkeye died, but he
Yeah,
still
but you
got his
know
own
he didn't
comic.
really die.
But he still has his own.
He's not dead. He's not dead. He'll be back.
No,
Trust me.
he's
Like, trust me. When they said that they were going to kill off Batman in the comics ages ago, I was like, he's not going to be dead. He's not going to be dead.
Yeah,
Although I will say this, I did like that.
twists anymore.
Nah.
That was still a time when I still liked Starfire and Dick Grayson and the Titans. But no, now my favorite comic book series, Teen Titans, and Teen Titans is in the hands of Scott Lobdell. The comic book of Teen Titans is in the hand of my most favorite writer and editor of all time. That's my next year comic.
Alex happy.
Oh
And
fuck!
Rose.
Oh god! Oh, that's
Oh,
ugly.
see what happens when Alex gets happy.
Oh, he crashed.
It never happens. So the camera went, "What the fuck?"
Well, that's a nice wee picture of Frozone, and there he goes.
Yeah, he's just like, ah.
Give a minute, see what reconnects. Well, we've still got you.
You're stuck with me.
Yeah, I can think of worse hells.
We should talk about favorite movies of the year.
Well, may as well. I can tell you right now what one of mine is, The Hobbit.
The Hobbit. That's
It
one of
is-
mine.
It is
I think that is mine.
Oh,
The
that
Hobbit.
is- The Hobbit is fucking amazing. I loved it.
So good.
And
I didn't like it in, what is it, 48 FPS?
I just saw it in normal.
Sucked.
I didn't see it in 40, luckily enough. I just saw it in the normal 3D, and I was all on my own, so I was just sitting there with popcorn.
The 48 FPS is horrible. You could tell, you could see the makeup on the art, on the act.
You could definitely see. I could see even in the non 48 frames per one, because especially with Gandalf.
Oh, horrible. And Bilbo. Bilbo was like freaking wearing a mask almost. It was like,
Although I will admit, I fucking loved that so much because I just finished the book.
it was good. Very, very.
And I loved the scene with him and Gollum. Oh
yeah. The riddles in the dark.
Oh, I love that. Give me a minute. I'll try and call back Alex and see if we can get him back on there. But I loved that. It was so awesome. Oh, definitely. I can't wait for the next part. And there he's back.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem. We're just talking about favourite movies of the year, and we were just discussing The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hobbit.
Although I will say this, am I right in saying I actually haven't read the Hobbit book? I don't read a lot, by the way.
I read the Hobbit book, and I'm reading Game of Thrones, so...
Saying
Yeah.
there's quite a lot of stuff I've heard there's quite a lot of stuff that's in the film that was never in the book.
Yeah, they changed quite a lot from the book. They didn't change a lot, but they added some nice stuff to it, but it worked to enhance the movie, in my opinion.
The wizard with the bird's
Radagast.
nest.
Yeah.
Radagast Brown.
He
was played by the Seventh Doctor.
Nice.
He's played
Really?
he's played by the Seventh Doctor.
Nice.
Radagast Brown was hilarious.
I love those.
Sylvester McCoy.
One of my favorite parts of the whole movie was when he's like, but they're, I forgot the name of the rabbit. They're like, they're rabbits, and he's like, that they'll catch him, and he's like,
there's some kind of...
I'd like to see them try, and it's like,
I love
it's
that.
hilarious.
Saying I want to slap out my rabbits.
So cool. I was
so
like,
awesome.
oh
I
my
love
god.
it. Like, I will have to admit, there were a few scenes that I was like, did you really have to have them in there?
The giant fighting.
Yeah, the two giants fighting. I loved it. I enjoyed it.
That was pretty cool.
It was cool, but I was like, did you really have to have it there?
Yeah, it was kind of, you really had to remember that it was a fantasy film where you're just like, okay.
Also
fantasy.
quite a lot. There was quite a lot. It's like, here's some of the main dwarves, and here's the rest.
Yeah, I can only remember the main one, whose name now escapes me.
I can
Thorin?
only,
Thorin, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from that, the rest are just for comedy, really, weren't they?
The rest was just...
Cool though.
Even in the book, they get a good bit of characterization, but they don't get a lot. They get enough, if memory serves me. Like,
And also, I gotta say this: I didn't actually feel any sense of tension because you knew, because Gandalf was there, and so was Bilbo Baggins. You knew whatever was going to happen, they were going to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course Gandalf was like, "I'll be back in a minute. See ya."
Like he always does. I
also,
was detained.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
Gandalf, right.
I'm
detained
Gandalf.
smoking his halfling weed.
I'm Gandalf the Grey, motherfucker.
I loved that. I loved every minute. The troll scene was awesome as well. It was
Here's
almost.
here's a question though.
Yeah.
Here's a question. How come did Gandalf ever say why he doesn't use his powers that much?
No. I don't think
I'm like, dude, okay, Gandalf could have gotten them out of so many problems if he had just
You are basically
used
a
his powers.
god.
He's a
And
dick.
it's like, and he's just sitting there like, what are we gonna do?
He's a dick.
I do fireworks.
If I was one of those dwarves, I'd just look at him and be like, are you for reals?
Yeah, the thing is, well, Gandalf's, you can tell Gandalf's Scottish because he's a dick.
He's lazy. There we go.
Hey,
best,
I'm not
the
lazy.
best part of the movie, by far none of the movie, was the riddle off with Gollum and...
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, the riddles
Oh,
and
sorry,
dark, yes.
I love that.
saying that was the best part of the movie.
I will admit, I've just recently finished the book in the month before December because I hate calendars. I'm screwing, don't care. But
November.
That's the month. That's the month. But I read it I finished in November. Saw it as soon as I could, and I will admit, I just don't think there's enough content in the book to merit 3 movies. Like,
well, they're just expanding it to make it epic.
The main reason is because Peter Jackson wants to get everything from the book in.
Yeah.
Like, see,
Or he just wants to make money.
Do you mean basically...
Yeah, money,
because basically all those people who said, oh, you forgot this small scene...
You've got Tom Bombadil.
From the
Yeah, Tom Bombadil. But Tom Bombadil would have ruined it.
Yeah.
I
haven't read The Lord of the Rings, unfortunately. Because
Tom Bombadil isn't affected by the ring because he's so epic.
Yeah.
So people would be saying, okay, so why isn't Tom Bombadil taking it to the...
Yeah.
to Mordor? Why does it have to be...
the biggest one of all, what about the Eagles? What about the damn Eagles?
I can actually say this right now. If they tried the Eagles, they would have been killed within like 5 minutes because the Ringwraiths have the dragon things. I know they're not dragons. I know they're something else. And also the Iron Sauron would have went, I see you.
And then all you see is little feathers going...
And then, thank you for the ring, and now the world is fucked.
Well, they could have taken most of the journey anyway.
Nah. Nah, but as I say, I think like if Peter... What's this? What's people asking? Anyone has to go. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, bye guys. Thank you.
Thanks for on. I haven't seen Dread yet, but I will admit I want to see it.
Slow-mo is awesome. That's all I gotta say about it. You're watching it, you're just basically going...
Am I the only person gonna get sick of it?
Wait, what? Slow motion?
Bullet time.
In the film, like there's this thing in the Dread movie. Like there's this drug that makes time feel like it's slowing down for you. And every time they take it, all the action scenes but it's so detailed when you see a bullet and it just goes into the stomach and the stomach ring.
Like the Matrix?
Yeah, like Matrix.
It's bullet time.
I hate the slow-mo.
I'm kind of getting sick of it, but yeah.
But have you noticed this trend with slow-mo now? Is they do slow-mo and then they do fast-mo straight after it.
Well, that's different though. That's like what's his name? Oh my God, what's the guy's name that the director of 300
I can't remember his name. Fuck.
Watchmen.
Oh shit! I've got a movie out there, but I don't want to move because I'll hit my keyboard.
What's his? I'm not gonna rest until I remember his name. Someone in the chat.
Someone Google it because we can't be bothered.
Zack Snyder.
Oh, Zack Snyder.
That's right,
Zack
right?
Snyder?
Oh wait,
Yes,
never
it's
mind.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Zack Snyder.
That was Zack Snyder.
He does that. He's like the king of that. Like slow-mo and then poof, it goes really fast.
Although I like to point this to people. Power Rangers did it first.
Yes, they did.
Oh God. The slow-mo fast?
Yeah, they done it first in the 10th anniversary Forever Red, which had all the Red Rangers from the previous Power Rangers teaming up. I loved it.
I think Watchmen did that the best, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, Power Rangers did it first.
Those fight scenes, oh, so good.
Yeah, I like Watchmen was good.
I haven't watched Power Rangers in a long time. I still watch some of my shows from my childhood. Do you guys still watch stuff that you watched as a kid?
Yeah. Every now and then.
Because like I said, MD, I told you about it the other day. I said I just started watching MST3K.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I I haven't watched anything recently, but I do like to watch things that I used to watch.
I like to go watch some of my older series I used to have. Like I'm like as is, I've got the full Batman animated series in there.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of Justice League episodes. But most of the stuff I just find on Google or YouTube, and I watch it there. But I love watching some of my old stuff I used to watch as a kid. It's fantastic, and of course, Power Rangers is one of them. I know.
Have you ever watched anything from your childhood and thought, why did I like this?
Oh yeah,
yes.
Plenty.
Oh god, yes.
Plenty.
Where it's like, what? Why is this
why
so?
the fuck did I like this?
Yeah.
I used to watch the show. I used to watch the show. It's still being made, which surprises me. And I watch it now, and I just think, oh god, I know I was a kid then. But it was a show called Johnny Test, and it's still being made now. And it's basically Dexter's Laboratory in reverse.
I can't remember. I honestly can't remember because I'm one of these people. If I like a show, it sticks in my mind forever. If I like the show and then I watch again and it's horseshit, I forget it.
I'll just say, it's one of the cheapest...
Get out of my brain, go away, never again.
Although I say,
actually... Six, I'll grab it. I remember
can I actually
one
say
show.
this, though?
Oh, I see if it's still good, I remember. The RoboCop animated series.
I didn't even know that existed.
It does.
I'm waiting for the comments when I say this, but when I was young, I liked and I thought the Star Wars prequels were very good films.
You know, I thought the episode 1 was really good for a few months. I was like, oh, I love it, but I think what? But I think.
And then you're like, wait a minute.
I think it was just my obsession over Liam Neeson. I think that's what it was.
Liam Neeson is God.
Yeah,
he is God.
Like, I'll happily admit, I like that. He's the only reason I liked episode 1, and then episode 2, I was like.
But even in episode 1, you can look at Liam Neeson who's going, what in God's name am I talking about?
Yeah.
He's like, why am I in this movie?
It's Disney are doing it right. They've got the rights now.
Yeah.
Although I'll have to admit, I kind of forgive George Lucas for one simple reason. He donated all $4 billion he got for the freaking rights of Star Wars to charity.
You do get some. But
I'm like, okay, free pass. Yeah, good.
It's like that thing I saw. It was I don't actually agree with it, but it was that picture I saw. It had a picture of George Lucas says, "You die young to live as the hero, or you live long enough to become the villain."
Oh my
Actually,
God.
if you see that picture with like George Lucas with a lightsaber with Mickey Mouse dressed up as Luke Skywalker and like Goofy as Pluto, if you look at his face, he looks so sad. He's got like that droopy face. He's got that.
Oh,
poor Pluto.
I had like several people I know go, Leia's a Disney princess.
She is technically she is.
And I'm like, yeah, and
Oh
probably
God.
one of the only Disney princesses that could beat the living shit out of you.
They're gonna start putting her on blankets and stuff, and like those Disney blankets.
I'm looking forward to that. You got like Cinderella dancing and Snow White, and you got.
They're all in their ball dresses. They're all in
gun.
their ball dresses, and Princess Leia is in her slave outfit. It's like I like her.
I'll go with that one.
Although I will say this: if they ever bring her back for the new films, please don't put her in that outfit now. She's new.
There are rumours that they are bringing a few of the original cast back, but they might be concentrating on Han Solo and Leia's children.
Actually, if
Jason and
I only know they have kids. I've not read any of the books.
Actually, if you look on the wiki, and I actually looked this up, I want to see what happens. Like some of the characters after film, but actually, Princess Leia becomes a Jedi.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and Luke Skywalker to the dark side.
And Chewbacca died.
Yeah, and Luke Skywalker marries this like awesome lady named Mara Jade.
But with that Luke Skywalker going evil, he goes evil, but then he goes good again. It's all the happy family.
Yeah.
He's like, I was just kidding. I'm Luke Skywalker.
I'm just messing with you, bitch.
I'm the hero, remember?
When 2015 comes around, and if the Justice League and Avengers and Star Wars all come out, I'm going dressed up as half Iron Man, half Jedi, and half DC superhero. Don't know who, but I'll go with that. I am Master Iron Bat.
Iron Man with a lightsaber and a cloak. A Jedi cloak.
And a half Batman mask on.
Actually, Actually, this is the only time I actually say, go dressed up as Starfire.
You know what?
Did you guys dress up for the prequels?
I didn't see them until it came out on DVD.
Really?
Yeah, like I didn't see them come out on DVD because my mum. I'm not a big mega super Star Wars fan. I like the movies. I didn't go see them in the pictures because my mum wouldn't take me.
Although saying this, I'm actually one of the few people who's deliberately hunting out the unedited versions of the Star Wars film.
I saw the unedited versions when I was a kid because one of my friend's dad had the original VHSs that were unedited.
VHSs, wow.
Yeah, that's old.
It's like, oh, go to that one part, rewind, for like hours.
And now it's just
click. When you pause, everyone starts moving.
And then you press play and it just all crashes, it turns off. And
yeah. It was actually...
but I'll give... To be honest with this, it never got scratched. Well, scratched.
It did get pulled out of the thing, though. Yeah, I found a lot of mine. So.
I actually remember this a few years ago. There was actually a group of people who were raising money to actually convert the original VHS's unedited ones to DVD format, and when they finally done it, they were fucking horrible.
Yeah, that doesn't work. I don't know why people think that works.
Yeah, because VHS is... If you can't watch a VHS thing without the screen suddenly going...
and making that sound, too.
Yeah. I remember those days. Oh, the days where you had to go like this. For fuck's sake, you daft bastard! Why are you going round?
That was one of the time where you got this device and it could record stuff from the television onto a VHS, and it was incredible.
Yeah. Do you guys remember Beta? I remember Beta.
I don't remember Beta.
Beta was like tiny little VHSs that were like this big.
Oh, I remember them. We had a video camera for that.
I have the Ghostbusters in Beta. I found it and I was like, oh.
That's a collection item.
Do you remember the Simpsons when Snake finds a Beta and he's like, oh no, Beta.
I stopped watching Simpsons years ago.
I've got the Simpsons from season 3 to 10 on DVD.
Nice.
I stopped watching the Simpsons. They stopped doing it for me.
Yeah, no, the reason Simpsons I don't like. I don't even remember when I stopped watching the Simpsons, but like Troy McClure and like what was the lawyer's name?
Lionel Hutz.
Yeah,
Lionel Hutz. He was so funny.
I was saying his voice actor got murdered. Like
I know, Phil Hartman. He was so cool. I cried so much when Phil Hartman died. He was in Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah, he was cool.
They're saying you can't deny that The Simpsons is starting to overstay it. Well, has overstayed its welcome.
It's overstayed its welcome for like 10 years. Die already.
What season are they in?
24 or something.
Jeez.
Like, for fucking how many, like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind series lasting that long, but how many, eventually you're just gonna know, you know what, fuck it, I don't care, we've run out of ideas, we're done.
It's and they never age.
Oh, and Dragon in the chat, I'm sorry, no, Family Guy is also starting to overstay its welcome.
I never got into Family Guy for some reason.
I liked it when I was growing up, and I do like the fact that it was a show that got cancelled first and then brought back. I do like that. And then
cancelled again.
Yes, cancelled twice and brought back. But
Family Guy?
Yeah, Family Guy was cancelled twice and then brought back twice.
I didn't know that.
Not many shows can do that.
Not many shows can do that. The only show that I've seen do that is Firefly with Serenity, but even then, it's still...
They're like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, can't do anymore. Comic book now.
Yes.
But...
That's saying, what else? Actually, so like, today I watched my favourite ever kids movie of all time, and that was WALL-E. I watched that today.
Oh, that was a kids movie for you? Oh my god, I feel so old.
WALL-E.
I honestly...
No, I was in my teens when WALL-E came out, but saying it's my favourite ever class as a kids movie.
WALL-E was good.
I liked WALL-E, but my favourite... Is that by Pixar, if memory serves me?
Yes.
Yeah.
My favourite Pixar film is still Incredibles.
That's my brother's.
Why hasn't that had a sequel yet?
Why
hasn't
it will. It is going to, though.
Finally.
We get Cars 2. God, no.
From when I was a kid, it's Toy Story. Toy Story is still... I fucking love that.
Toy Story 3, that's the only one that broke that third movie virus thing. Yeah. Hey, that was so good.
But I will say this about Toy Story 3. Was it having its time of the month or something like that? Because it went dark.
I know. I was like, oh my god. Are they going to die?
I love that. Oh. Sorry, Toy Story is my favourite ones of all time, but Incredibles is the one Pixar film that I'm like, I want more.
Yeah, that one was good. Incredibles.
You know, we've been talking for nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've got to go.
Oh, well. Well,
I think we're running out of steam anyway, so...
well, we'll wrap this up, but thank you all thank you two for joining me for this.
Anytime. We should do this more often.
We'll try and get
every time we say that, something comes up.
Fingers crossed we can do it maybe next month. We'll try and make it a monthly thing. But thank you all for coming, who was in the chat. Thanks for enjoying us and watching us talk about random shit for like nearly 2 hours.
What?
That's probably my catchphrase now.
You'll need to incorporate that into your videos now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got a zombie to review next. That's after I've got my villain introductory video, which is in my next video, and then I got a zombie to look after, and then I've got loads of more vids. I do the scripted reviews basically.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all I've got to say. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to rewatch it, it will be going up on my channel probably by the end of the night because I'm a nocturnal person, so I'll be up most of the night. So
yes, you're right. I've seen you up at 4 in the morning. For God's sake, I struggle.
I'm nocturnal.
Me too.
Can't you tell? I'm nocturnal.
I send you like a PM at like, I don't know, 12 o'clock at night for my time.
Mm.
And I'm just like, oh, well, I don't know if you're up or blah, blah, blah. And you respond like that. I'm like, damn, this guy never sleeps.
Yeah, I very rarely sleep.
I struggled when I was watching the VGA's review MD. I was just so shattered by 4 o'clock.
I know, and you were pissed too.
Someone says I'm a vampire, probably.
I was
I'm a lichen. I prefer the term.
So if I ever come to America, I'm never going to watch TV there because I'll just get so annoyed with the ad breaks.
Yeah.
Because I stick to BBC, which never has ad breaks. The BBC never has an ad break.
That is very cool.
Well, we better let MD go before she ends up like someone ends up coming and going, move it!
I know, it's just like, whoosh.
Charlie jumps up.
Yeah, but thanks for coming, and I'll probably be up most of the night anyway, so if you want to ask me any questions on Twitter, people, or if you two want to just like message me, tell me like something, I don't know, whatever, I'll be up. Excuse me. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoyed this.
Ended on a high, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Ended on a high.
It sounded like you vomited.
So let's round off. I'm alexTheHunted.
I'm gamermd83.
I'm Scottish182, and we'll see you all later. Ciao for now. Mwah.
Bye.
Oop, I hit the wrong button. There we go.